there everyone, welcome to Pour Painting with Ron. I hope you've been really well since the last time we saw each other. Well, time flies, doesn't it? Well, what are we going to be doing today? Well, I thought I'd continue my sort of theme of rainbow colours today. Last time, if you recall, I did a rainbow pride wave, which turned out really quite well. And I thought I'd use the rainbow colours again today, but this time to do a rainbow multi-ring pour, which should be really nice, hopefully. We'll see. It's always a bit interesting using all the primary colours together because we may get brown. Anyway, what canvas are we using today? Well, today I'm using this 40 by 80 centimetre thin-edged canvas, and just like I always do, I taped off the back with painter's tape just to keep it tidy and use some giant push pins to keep the canvas off the surface of the table. Makes it easy to pick up and makes it easy for the painting to dry afterwards. And I've made sure the canvas was nice and tight too, so the paint doesn't pool in the middle. All right, so, well, rainbow colours, so it's obvious what colours I'm using today, but I'll show you anyway. I'm using Montmartre colours today. I'm using their, what's this one? Orange, obviously, and their brilliant red, and they've got a couple of yellows, but I like this one, their medium yellow. Then some light green. Lots of blues I've got, but I like the cerulean blue. And they're light purple. I find their normal purple just a bit dark, so I use the light one. Now, I hope I've mixed up enough paint today. Ring pours I like to stretch out quite a bit, so I may not be using as much paint as I do for other kinds of pours like a flip cup. So I mixed up 60 grams of colour and I put in 60 grams of Floetrol and a little bit of water just to get the sort of consistency that I want. Now you can have a thicker or thinner consistency. I've got something in the middle. I'll show you what that is in a little bit. The thinner your consistency is, the more chance you have of the colours running together. Usually I keep it fairly thick, but I do want it to flow nicely over the canvas without too much trouble. The most important thing though with the ring pour is keep the consistency of all of your colours the same. If they're different, you're going to have some colours moving faster than others across your canvas and your painting just won't work as well. So whatever consistency you decide on, keep it the same amongst all of your colours. Anyway, let's get started. Righto, here we are. Hopefully you can see that okay. Now I'll just show you the consistency we've got for the paints today. So I just get a couple of sort of mounds of paint if I pour it off the spoon. And if I do a little twirly shape, the amount of paint stays there for about 3 seconds or so. Sort of medium. Sometimes I use thicker, sometimes I use thinner, but I thought I'd go with a medium consistency today with the paints. Now I'll just put this aside and bring in my cups. I'll see if I can put like 2 layers of each colour in the cup, and I'll just dribble it down the sides. And I'll start off with the red. Just a little bit of a final mix. So like so. I just run it down the sides. Then the orange. Must be a bit of static electricity or something in the air today. My paint is moving by itself through the air. This is going to be the center of my painting. So remember, with the ring pour, whatever you put first in the cup is going to come out last, and that will be the center of your painting. I hope the colours don't all blend and I get brown. Yeah, that wouldn't be a good look. And then we've got the blue. And then the purple. I used to use plastic cups, but no one's allowed to sell the plastic cups anymore, so I've got these cardboard ones, which I don't like because they're a little bit too bendy. I'll see if I can get some sturdier ones sometime. Now back to the red, and I'll do my second layer. And I'll use up the rest of the colour. Just get my spoon. Okay. Don't want to waste any. I'll start this side. 1, 2. Always looks pretty in these cups. There we go. I'm hoping for a really bright sort of painting today. Well, that's the plan anyway. Nice bright rainbow painting. So I do have one more sort of rainbowy typey one that I'd like to try. So I'll do that for the next video. I've had it in my mind for a while. I'll give it a go. So the next one will be like a travelling pour. And I'll use a bit of silicone as well. Travelling straight pour, yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. I haven't done one of them for a really long time. I've also got some split cups that I'd like to use sometime too, so I could do like a rainbowy one using a split cup as well. Unless I get sick of the rainbow colours. There we go. Hopefully, as I said, that will be enough paint. I'll just bring in my canvas and I'll check on the camera just to make sure you can still see it. Let's see. Yes, you can. All right. Now, usually with a ring pour, you pour out the same side you poured in, but this time I'm going to do it 3 different ways. I'll do that for one of them, but for another cup I'll pour out from the opposite side, and the other cup I'll pour out from the side, just to get some variation in the rings. So we'll see how they turn out. So the one in the middle will be from the side I poured in. So I'll do that first. The middle is about there, I think. I'm just doing rings. The faster you go, the tighter your rings will be. Now when you get to the middle, be ready to catch any little drips, because a little drip becomes a really big one when you stretch it out. I caught it, I think. Cup looks really pretty on the inside. Now this next ring I'll pour from the opposite side. We'll see what we get. Hopefully not too much brown. I'll get ready to catch the drip. Yeah, not as good, that one. Okay. And then the third one I'll do from the side. This could be interesting. I haven't done one from the side before. We could end up with a lot of one colour on one side, like the purple, I think, but you're going to tip a lot of that off anyway. You tend to lose a lot of the rings on the sides in your stretching and tipping. I'll see if I can catch the drip a little bit better this time. About the same. Okay. Now, before I do any stretching, and I've got more on that side than that side, anyway, I'll give it a bit of a blast with my gun to pop air bubbles. Yeah, so I've got a bit of brown there, but I don't see too much else, more brown. Okay. Okay, now let's see how we go. I'm sort of going to do sort of circle shapes. You don't have to be in a hurry. May as well go over that corner. Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. I'm just bringing the paint back to like the middle. And I'll go to the other corner. Like so. I'll do this bottom corner. Pop it down, get a better grip. Oh, my middle ring disappeared. It's gotten all squished. I have to do this other corner. Put it down. Not quite what I imagined, but you get what you get, I suppose. I'll see if I can just stretch it all a bit this way again. Okay. Interesting. Okay, I'll just wipe my hands a bit and then I'll give it a bit more of a blast with the heat gun. Not quite what I imagined, but it's not ugly either. All right, let's have a look. Yeah, I quite like this part up here. This part's not too bad, although you've got a bit of this yucky sort of brown line through the middle that I'm not too crazy about, and this ring ended up getting really squashed. But yeah, I don't think it's too bad. Okay, now before I bring you in for a closer look, I'll just tidy up the edges a little bit, and then I'll scrape under the edges to get rid of any drips. Okay, so we'll be back in a second for a closer look. Here we go, the finished painting. Just bring you in for a closer look. Let's come down to my favourite part of the painting. See, we've got some nice movement there. So very fine lines of colour to create the rainbow effect. And I've got that squishy ring in the middle. This section here is a little boring. I've got a bit of brown happening there. But this side turned out quite nice as well. And they're a bit too much like orange sort of there, but this bottom part is nice. I quite like this section as well. We've got some nice lines and rings happening, but I think the overall effect is very pretty. I haven't done like a rainbow multi-cup ring pour before, but I think this turned out nice. So what did you think of that one? Is that a technique that you would like to try sometime? I think it's always a little tricky using all the primary colours together in one painting, because there was always a risk of getting mud happening, and I did get a little bit, but not overly so. I guess the thicker your paint is, the less chance you have of the colours blending together. Anyway, it's time for me to clean up, unfortunately, and time for you to go. I hope you're inspired to give something a go this week. As usual, if you enjoyed what you saw today, please take a moment to press the like button. And if you would like to see more of my content, please take a moment to subscribe. Really helps my content get found in YouTube land. Well, I hope you have a really good week ahead, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. In the meantime, happy painting.